Hi, everyone. I am not a victim of the world I see. I am not a victim of the world I see. That's lesson 31. The lesson starts with a statement. This is an introduction to your declaration of release. So release from what? Release from judgment, release from blame, release from seeing situations in your life and feeling helpless, feeling powerless to do anything about them. We're going to talk a little bit today about just the physical dimension of this release, and in subsequent lessons, we'll really dive deep into the metaphysical dimension. What is it that our soul comes here to do? But in this lesson, it's just an introduction to a choice that you're making, a declaration that you no longer are going to look at life and be a victim of your circumstance or of your own thoughts, the prison of the mind. So I am not a victim of the world I see. When have you seen yourself as a victim of what you see? And what you see could be what you think, could be how you see yourself, or a situation in which you feel that you have been victimized. You are the one that others are treating unfair. Maybe it's at work and you don't have a good relationship with a coworker, and the coworker insults you and you can't let it go. You have a choice. You can either confront the coworker and say the impact that their words had on you, or you can decide not to allow your peace to be taken away by whatever the coworker said. You're not a victim. All of this is a choice. How you think is a choice. How you see your world is a choice. Who you spend time with is a choice. What job you have is a choice. You could look at things through the perception of, I don't have a choice. I have to do this. But this lesson is challenging you to truly look at that and ask yourself honestly, is that true? Or is that just a decision that you have made to see things a certain way? You don't need to have a job. There will be consequences if you don't have a job. You may struggle in certain areas, but then you would look and see, what are my choices here? You don't need to be in a certain relationship. You choose to be. If the relationship is one in which you don't feel good, you have a choice to leave the relationship. You have a choice to see the relationship differently. In so many ways, you can ask the question, am I choosing to see myself as the victim here? So I am not a victim of the world I see. We don't want to go too deep today because really the lesson itself is just taking a few minutes, either with your eyes closed or open or exchanging interchangeably, and just let whatever thoughts come up, whatever they may be, as if you were spending some time in meditation, just observing your thoughts. And as you have a thought, you just remind yourself, I am not a victim of the world I see. You open your eyes and you see something. You don't have to state what you see. You just look at it. I am not a victim of the world I see. And throughout the lesson, throughout the day, you would remind yourself, whenever you can, of that thought. I am not a victim of the world I see. And there may be times in which it's an emotionally charged experience that you're having, that it may be really difficult to remind yourself of that thought. I am not a victim of the world I see. And so if you're not a victim, then there is no one outside of you to blame. If you are not a victim, then there's no one else who is at fault. Just explore this lesson in a very, very surface level way. Don't go too deep into it. There'll be plenty of opportunities. In many ways, this is a declaration of release. So there'll be plenty of opportunities throughout the lessons, and we've got 300 plus more lessons to go, to really start to unravel when it gets tough, when you are faced with something that is traumatic, something from your past that is very difficult to let go and release. But you choose to no longer see yourself as the victim. You choose to no longer give weight to and reality to that which is in the past. And instead you stand in your own power with who you are right now in the present moment. And you declare, I am not a victim of the world I see. That's lesson 31. I am not a victim of the world I see. Thank you.